So, when you think of John Milton's Paradise Lost, you probably think about Adam and Eve, right? The Garden of Eden. But here's the thing. The most gripping part of the story, the part that really grabs you, happens way before all that. It all starts with a fall from grace, and with one of the most compelling, complicated characters ever put on paper.
Okay, so before he was, the devil, he was Lucifer. And he wasn't just an angel, he was the angel, the brightest, most powerful archangel in all of heaven, a real superstar. But then, well, pride and jealousy got the better of him. He led a rebellion against God, and it didn't just end badly, it ended in a complete and total cosmic disaster.
And listen to how Milton describes it. He's hurled headlong, flaming from the ethereal sky. I mean, wow. He doesn't just say he was kicked out. It's this incredible image of being thrown on fire, tumbling through the void in this hideous ruin. It's not a quiet little departure. It's a full-blown celestial explosion.
All right, so after that spectacular fall, and Milton says he falls for 9 whole days, he finally lands. And where does he wake up? Well, let's just say it's a brand new and completely terrifying reality.
So what's the first thing he sees? Milton calls it a dungeon horrible. Just think about that. His new home is basically this massive, fiery prison. It just goes on, a place built for one thing and one thing only: endless punishment. No way out.
And get this, in this giant furnace of a dungeon, there's no light at all. Imagine a fire that gives off all the pain and heat but zero light. It's just this deep, absolute blackness. But of course, Milton being Milton, he throws in a brilliant twist.
It's not just darkness, it's a darkness visible. Now, how can darkness be visible, right? Well, according to Milton, the only thing you can see in hell are visions of pure suffering and misery. The darkness itself reveals the sorrow. It's an absolutely genius and chilling idea.
You know, what really makes this hell so terrifying isn't just the fire and brimstone. It's this one line: hope never comes. That's the real torture. That one feeling that gets us all through the worst of times, the idea that maybe, just maybe, things will get better, it's just gone. It doesn't exist here. That's true damnation.
So, faced with all of this eternal, hopeless torture, what do you think our fallen angel does? Give up? Apologize? Nope, not even close. And this is where the character becomes so fascinating. It's not about his fall anymore. It's all about his unbelievable, defiant response to it.
He basically boils it down to this. In heaven, you serve. You're subservient. But in hell, you can reign. You're in charge. And for him, that's the whole ballgame. He would rather be the king of this miserable, fiery pit than be a servant in paradise. Freedom to rule, no matter the cost.
And then he drops this bombshell of a line. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell a hell of heaven. Think about that. He's saying where you are doesn't matter. It's all about your state of mind. With the power of his own will, he claims he can turn this awful place into his own version of heaven. It's the ultimate statement of mental fortitude. And that leads us to maybe the most famous line in the entire poem: better to reign in hell than serve in heaven. Boom, that's it. That's his motto, his rallying cry. It's pure, uncut defiance. And honestly, that one line has echoed through literature for hundreds of years, defining what it means to be a rebel.
Okay, but this attitude isn't just for him. He's a general with a defeated army. He needs to get his troops back in the game. So what does he do? He channels all that defiant energy into a huge project. He decides they're going to build a capital city for hell.
So his fallen angels start mining the ground, right there in hell. And what do they find? Gold, minerals, the works. And with it, they build this incredible, massive temple. It's like a dark mirror of the grandeur of heaven. And they call it Pandemonium, which literally means all demons. This is going to be their new headquarters.
All right, so everyone gathers inside Pandemonium, and it's time for a big meeting. What's the plan? You've got Moloch, the warrior, screaming for all-out war again. He's like, better to be destroyed than live like this. Then you have Belial, who's smoother, saying, hey, let's just chill out, maybe God will forgive us. Mammon suggests they just build their own empire right here in hell, and people kind of like that idea. But then, Beelzebub, Satan's right-hand man, steps up with a much, much sneakier idea. And this new strategy is brilliant in a really twisted way.
It's not about another head-on battle. They know they can't win that. This is more of a Cold War, a proxy war. The thinking is, why go after God directly when you can go after something or someone he truly loves?
So here's the plan in a nutshell. Step 1, attack God, but indirectly. How? By targeting his brand new shiny creation, man. These humans living on a little planet called Earth. And they're not going to use brute force. No. They're going to use lies, temptation, seduction. They're going to trick humanity into rebelling, just like they did.
And the ultimate goal here, it's just pure, cold-blooded revenge. It's not enough for humanity to just fall. They want to turn God's own creation against him. They want to corrupt humanity so much that we are the ones who bring death, suffering, and evil into the world. It's about twisting everything good God has done into something ugly.
And you know what's so amazing is the legacy of this character. Milton's Satan, this proud, defiant, tragic figure. He's basically the blueprint for every anti-hero that came after. Think about it. Lord Byron's moody heroes, Frankenstein's monster, Heathcliff, Captain Ahab. You can draw a straight line from all of them right back to Milton's devil.
Which leaves us with the big, juicy question that people have been debating for centuries. When you look at his incredible will, his leadership, his refusal to break even in the face of eternal suffering, is it possible that the villain of this story is actually its hero? It's a tricky question, and that's exactly what makes Paradise Lost a masterpiece.